Toastmaster Chandrakant.
Toastmaster Chandrakant, mother, Toastmaster Chandrakant.
Audio check. Congratulations, Chandrakant. You have been selected as a design engineer in our organization. You're expected to join our organization on May 2nd, 2005. I was on cloud 9 when I heard this. I had an offer letter in my hand before even I had a diploma certificate. With a lot of hopes and expectations, I set my foot forward in Bangalore on May 1st, 2005, which was Sunday. It was a tough decision to leave the family for an aspiring career, given I never stayed away from my family even for a single day earlier. As the sunshine hit my face gently on the morning of May 2nd, 2005, I set my foot forward in my first organization. Good evening, Toastmasters and my dear friends. That day, I went to sleep with the joy of being promoted from a college graduate to an IT employee. Close to 2 a.m. in the morning, I woke up profusely sweating across my body, given I had a nightmare. I had a bad dream that my mother met with an accident in the kitchen. I quickly gulped a bottle of water, but the thought that my mother was injured wouldn't let me settle. I wanted to talk to my mother right at that moment. Let me tell you, I'm from a middle-class family who has joined employment just a day back. Back in 2005, mobiles were still luxury. Routines for us was to go to a nearest public telephone booth every evening and call my parents. And my parents would be waiting for our call on the other side of the receiver. That day, I wanted to talk to my parents right at that moment. I was looking at the watch. The watch was going 3 a.m., but still I couldn't sleep. As I was submerged in my thoughts, every memory with my mother, whether patting me on my shoulder for my smallest achievements or punishing me for me to put back into the lane of discipline or saving me from my father for my mischiefs, played in front of my eyes. Without the conscious of my knowledge, tears rolled from my eyes. I wandered in the thoughts. If it was not for my mom being the emotional backbone of our family, I wouldn't be what I am today. If it was not for my mom who supported me when I took a decision to join diploma, which was the less taken path in my family, I would have been not the person I am today. She was one person who was always with me. And it was her smile which always made my day. She did not like majority of my decisions, but she ensured I'm out of trouble every time she had an opportunity. She had 3 magical words on my every critical day: all the best, which gave me an confidence booster. Let me tell you, the time was going very, very, very slow that day. My heart was becoming heavier, heavier, and heavier. The movement of the hand in the watch exploded in my ear on the calm and serene night. Let me tell you, Bangalore back then in 2005 was not the same city what you're seeing today. I was staying in Kormangla, and the roads would be deserted and everything would fall to sleep just by 9 p.m. That means I have to wait at least till 7 a.m. in the morning to make sure the store opens, and then I call my parents. As the dawn started approaching and the day started breaking, I started looking at the sky. That day, sunshine was red blood in color. It leaked from the east and stained the entire sky in the dark red color and scraped the clouds with a stolen golden color. I couldn't wait anymore. Even before 6 a.m., I ran to the store and waited in front of the store for the person to come and open it. I grabbed the receiver immediately the moment the store was open, and I called my parents. My heart cracked when my father picked the phone on the other side. My father usually leaves home at 5 a.m. in the morning to catch up on his early morning shift. If my father is answering the phone at 7 a.m., that means something is seriously wrong. For the first time in my life, I hated listening to my father's voice. My father was equally worried why I'm calling him that early morning. My father told me that my mother slipped in the kitchen and had a small injury, and he had to stay back in the home to help her in day-to-day activities. Shattering my nightmare, I took a deep breath. I was happy that whatever the worst I assumed did not happen. My mother was safe and healthy. I missed my mother the most within those couple of hours where I couldn't talk to her. After that, me and my mother spoke for hours every day. As the days forwarded and I got busy in myself on the rat race of prospering my career and progressing my education, the share and connect that I had with my mother took the backseat. The conversations went on from sharing and connect to hi, how are you? What did you have for your dinner? As elders say, you realize what value of your parents only when you become a parent. And once I had my princess, my daughter in my life, I realized what parents have stakes against their kids. I realized how far I moved away from my mother. I started connecting with her again. Today, my mother and I are best friends again. And I thank my daughter for giving me back my mother. Bottom line, my mother was my best friend, my only friend, and my forever friend. Influence of my mother on my life is beyond imagination. Over to you, Master of Ceremonies.